Mountains are calling and I must go. This was once said by John Muir, and I have to say that as for my bike and I, we agree. You can probably tell by now that I'm a mountain biker. People tend to ask me, why did you choose this sport? A simple, honest, truthful answer would have to be a process of elimination. I may have not known it was happening that way, but it definitely was. When I was younger, I played soccer for 6 years, as well as basketball, baseball, lacrosse, and I even ran distance. I always loved sports and being athletic, but I was destined to be an action sports enthusiast. I just didn't know it yet. Exactly 1 month after turning 14, my friends asked me if I wanted to go and join them and try mountain biking for the first time. It was an immediate yes for me, as I'd always wanted to try it. Growing up, I used to ride my bike throughout the neighborhood, pushing the limits of what my little bike could do, and sometimes, unfortunately, my body as well. Sorry, Mom, for all the scares and crying fits over bloody knees. I always wanted to go a little bit faster, descend down a hill that was a little bit steeper, and of course, jump a little bit higher. So you can probably imagine I was pretty desperate to see what I could do out on the trail. After my first day on the dirt, tasting the thrill and adventuring through nature, which I had always enjoyed, I came to my parents saying that I had finally found my sport. They were a little bit skeptical at first, seeing as I had dropped things before. My dad agreed to pay for half of a bike that I would pick out, within reason of course, to guarantee that I intended to stick with the sport, seeing as I had my money on the line as well this time. I grew to love the sport and joined the cross-country team later that year and began racing and riding regularly. It became more than just a sport for me. It was an escape. Due to my situation and dealing with my sister, who was in the hospital at the time battling against cancer for her life, my coach decided to raise enough money to buy me a proper race bike and kit. I will never be able to thank him and everyone involved enough for bringing me a bike that would take me crazy places and bring me amazing new friends to ride with, who I plan on keeping as riding mates until I can no longer ride. The companionship of mountain bikers is very special and truly demonstrates what it means to be a friend. They have never failed to have my back on and off the trail, and we always push each other to go just a little bit faster and just a little bit bigger every time we put rubber to dirt together. To me, mountain biking means leaving every problem at the trailhead and tackling nature with the closest of friends by my side. After 2 years of riding and racing on my team, I began to find myself wanting to hit bigger jumps and drops as I had started watching more downhill races and the best of old and new school freeride movies. I desired to take after my favorite rider, Brandon Seminook, and amaze people with what I could do with a bike and some dirt. Throughout the warmer months, I did my best to increase my trips to trails with freeride terrain and features, as well as downhill mountain bike parks, which are, for the most part, ski resorts that during the summer months convert their lifts to accommodate bikes. The more I got to ride park, the more my hunger for thrills and airtime. I found that my bike began limiting me before my ability did, and I decided that I needed to move away from cross country and more towards the sports of downhill and enduro. So over the summer, I sold my cross country bike with a new breed of monster in mind. I bought a Specialized towards the end of the summer and took it downhilling to test it out, and as I figured, my new bike was able to handle anything and everything that I could throw at it. I intend to begin racing downhill and enduro, and just like when I was younger, push both the limits of my bike and my body in an attempt to fulfill the newfound fire inside of me to fly. I have absolutely no idea where my bike will take me, the experiences it will bring me, and the new friends that it will give me, but I cannot wait to find out. Thank you.